Welcome to the tutorial for our Pom Pom makers. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to use one of our Craft Club Pom Pom makers to make some pom poms for your moss coaster or rug, or for any project that you might need pom poms. Now, our pom pom kit comes with 4 different sizes and in 4 different colors. I've made some example pom poms to show you the different sizes that you can make. I recommend, if you're working on a coaster, to use the smallest 2, and if you're working on a rug, you can use any sizes, but it's recommended that you make either the largest or the second largest as the focal points, and then use these as little added details. In this tutorial, I'm going to be working on this middle size, but they all work in the exact same way. When you see your pom pom maker, you'll be able to see that it actually splits apart and it has multiple different pieces. The colored parts actually split into 2, so they'll have 2 sides with a little gap in between, and then it's exactly the same on the opposite side as well. Then finally, in the center, you have this middle white piece, and it'll have a little metal bar in between that you can pull apart at the end to release your finished pom pom. To begin, we're going to use 2 different colors of yarn. You can use any kind of yarn to make your pom-poms, as long as it's not too chunky, but it can go up to a pretty bulky weight of yarn. In this case, I'm going to be using 2 because I find 2 is a nice way to make a beautiful colored pom-pom, and it fills up a large pom-pom piece like this quite quickly, but the process is exactly the same whether you're using 1 or multiple pieces of yarn. To begin, you want to open up your pom-pom maker and hold it in the palm of your hand, gripping one of the colored ends. Take the ends of your yarn and just hold them in your hand securely. Then you'll begin to wrap. You want to wrap them around and around so that all of the colored area is covered. You can make this as thin or as chunky as you want. The chunkier it is, the more dense your pom pom will be. If you are working off our pattern and you would like to make it match what is on our existing coasters, you can simply make sure that you count the number of times that you have wrapped it around and that it matches what we've listed in our instructions. Okay, once you have filled out one side, you're going to close this side and you're going to take your ends and move them to the other side. At this point, I like to wrap them around my finger just like this, so that they're easy to cut afterwards. Otherwise, if I cross it here, it can be a little bit hard to get into that groove. So then I start doing the exact same thing and wrap the side in the exact same way. You want to try and make sure it's as even as possible, so that when you finish up, both sides look roughly the same thickness. Okay, now we're all done. We're going to close it and trim. For this part, it's quite handy if you have sharp scissors. In this case, I'm using our new moss trimming scissors. However, you can use our rug trimming scissors or any sharp scissors that you have handy. So you're going to want to take your scissors and cut down this groove that is in between the colored sections. Now you want to make sure that you kind of hold the blue and it doesn't lift up. If it does lift up, it is okay. It's not the end of the world, but it's handy if, as you turn it over, you just keep a little finger there to keep it secure. And then the same again on this side, so it doesn't lift away as you push through. There we go. Now, when we have our pieces all cut up, we're going to pop our pom-pom down and we're going to grab a length of yarn from one of our bundles. We're going to take this yarn and we're going to slide it around the groove of our pom-pom. Slide it through, pull, 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 and pull it nice and tight. You want to pull it as tight as you can without, of course, splitting the yarn that you are holding. And then wrap it around and do one more time, and then I like to secure it a third time. Now, once we're here, it's time to remove our pom-pom. So slide one side up, then slide the other colored piece up. At this stage, I like to do a very quick trim of any really obviously long pieces. And I just keep holding onto my tails. Great. The very last step is to separate the middle piece of our pom-pom. So just pull nice and slowly. It does take a little while, but you just give it a little tug. And there you go. You can remove your pom-pom. And there it is. Very last step, you can give it a trim. You can also use the pom-pom scissors at the stage that come inside your kit. Finally, it's time to pop your pom-pom pieces back together. Now, often when you do split it, sometimes these pieces can come off, which is totally fine. All you need to remember is that to attach them again, you want to put back your pieces so that each half looks like this with the soft side on the upside. So in this case, I'll pop this back here and I know it will close. And I'll pop this back here and it will close. And then when you have two pieces that look like that, not this side, you'll then just attach those two pieces back together by slotting the metal spoke back into the middle. And there you go. That is how you make a pom-pom.